Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia. I'm the head trader at TradeView Markets. What is today? Today's Wednesday. It's December 8th, and we're coming down to the end of the year, the end of the quarter. You know what? I don't care what they say about this thinner holiday trading. No matter what level I'm at, I'm trading to the end of the year. Pardon me. Is that, you know what I mean? Every day counts. Every day you might learn something. So I'll be here. I'm not going to be here on Friday because I'll be traveling to New York City. I'm in upstate New York as we speak, so I won't be here on Friday. But you know what? Let's just sign in the TradeGATEHub. Let's get down to business. TradeView Markets. Let's sign in. As I always say, I sign in the same way as everybody else. It's no different. Let's see what I posted this morning with the data. So listen. Good morning. Listen to Mike Santoli. This is the move we made. This is literally a COVID-like V-shaped reversal. When we went from basically talk of being in March of the winter of 2000 or December of 2018, and believe me, I remember it well. The move made from the bottom to the top here is just, it's mind-blowing. And a lot of stocks, including semis and NASDAQs, are breaking high. And there's a lot of, the hedge funds, they sold a little bit when the market flinched. And Goldman, as we said, let's go back to the yesterday's data, or maybe Monday's data, if you will. This was 2 days ago. This was 2 days ago. We were right here. Basically, hedge funds, they sold a little bit, so they're still a little bit underinvested. They're probably chasing as we speak, helping the move today. This is the Goldman Index. Goldman, they flinched too, so they're underinvested, for lack of a better term. So I'm going to tell you, the move that we made and the move that we're seeing today, nicely, the market should be pulling back more, and it's not. Fear and greed over time. People are still fearful. Why are people still fearful? Let's go to my charts right here. New share charts. QQQ. People are fearful at the NASDAQ being like this. I don't know why anybody's fearful about Apple Computer making year highs, or stocks like the best of breed Marvell making a new high like that, or stocks like Roku that have been left for dead, but out of nowhere go from 200 to 150. Let's look at the Soxel. That was the semi index making highs like this. You're looking at stock like Toll Brothers making more year highs. Royal Caribbean. I mean, these stocks are making nice moves off the bottom. And SG. So, I mean, you're having positive reactions to some big moving stocks. Let's go to my PayPal. Not doing that well, but hanging in there. So it is basically held to a couple of groups of stocks. If I go off on a tangent, I apologize. But you know what? The market's in a bullish mode right now. And I don't think there's going to be, making this move. And let's look at the VIX. I mean, they have no interest in the VIX anymore, which tells you that the volatility, there's a little bit of support here. It's just after this, I'm in a bit of a quandary too. The SPYs are holding above all the moving averages. The option activity has picked up again. Stocks that I was buying or holding, well, stocks that are holding Leibu bounced nicely. I was the only one in America buying Leibu at 32. 2 days it rallied. It went from 32 to 41. You know what? I'm just going to go back to the indices of not. If one would look at the indices or look at stocks, they have a complete dichotomy. This is the chart on the SPYs. And you would think that by the chart of the SPYs, a lot of stocks would be strong out there. But you look at stocks that are best of breeds, like Run in the solar sector, well off the highs. A stock like Upstart, which was a best of breed, well off the highs. A stock like Target, well off the highs. Walmart, off the highs. Citibank, halfway off the highs, for lack of a term. Even stocks like DraftKings, off the highs. Las Vegas Sands, heavy. You would look at something like the Zillow, it's basically chopped by. It's incredible what's going on here. So the indices aren't telling the story. It's really going into the individuals. individual stocks. TradeGATEHub back here, fear and greed over time. No one's fearful yet. There's plenty of upside, in my opinion. NASDAQ future sentiment, still not there. So I'm going to go basically to what's moving today because, you know, the indices, as I said, aren't telling the story. So let's just go to what's moving. And let's go to on a day-to-day basis. Top list right here. What's up with volume? That's the bottom line. Relative volume, ISIG. That was a stock with relative volume, 2,000% volume, ISIG. Let's keep that in mind. Stitch Fix SG. Let's look at ISIG. Okay, for the active trader. Okay, the stock out of nowhere traded 73 million shares ago, and it went from 580 to 15, so it tripled. So you know what? It didn't even retest that low. A lot of them collapsed. So when a stock goes from 5 to 15 and rest at 9, to me, that's bullish. So you have to keep your eye on this because this is what's called the resumption or a resting trade. The stock has to have a little bit of absorption after it triples. So if you're watching it, now you could have bought it through the flag, we could say through the bull flag right here at 13.98, and that may be for the ones that weren't paying completely attention. I weren't, but if you didn't pay 13.58, you certainly could have bought it at a new high because it did have volume this morning. So once it hit 15.77 right here, it did it and took it through the halt. It rested and it went from 15 to 24. What a move in the stock, huh? That's an incredible move. ISIG for the active trader. What else is moving? Has relative volume to the highs. Goodyear Tire got upgraded. What's near the high? Click, Stag, Boyd Gaming. Nothing really is that sexy today, in my opinion. It's just if you didn't NCLH, if you didn't catch them, you got to be RLX up 99 cents. 25% on RLX. I have no interest in it. 25 million shares. It's up $1. It's a cigarette maker, isn't it? I'm not interested in that anymore. But what I am interested in is a stock like Chevron that's making a new year high. That's a gauge of what's going on in the overall market. Chevron's at a new year high. Let's look at Bitcoin. It looks at the BITO trust. That had a back and fill. I'm not really sure what that's going to do right now. Viacom, one of our positions, is pulling back and filling. Leibu, SG is doing no good for us. ISIG, Play, Dave & Buster's, Marvell, the best of breed technologies. ON, how about ON Semiconductor right near the highs? Affirm, we took a little bit of that today. MQ, I came in long that. I sold it for a loss. What did that do today to us? We sold it at the high at 1954, and I turned around and it was 1860. Do I have any questions? Hold on. Also on YouTube. Let me get on TradeGATEHub here for a second. Thank you. Okay. Right now the market's consolidating, and I'm not, like I said, Riven the other day had the bad news and it held in there. DraftKings, they're still continuing to squeeze people on these stocks. DraftKings. No one wanted it. It was left for dead. 27, a $5 move right off the RSI low. So I don't know what the rest of the day has in store, really. I'm just trying to play this. Oh, this is a stock I do like. I like the Zim. We can still keep buying the Zim. The Zim's got some more way to go. That's just a shipper. Goes with crude. LAC, another one, battery maker consolidating. I might have a question here. SNDL. You asked me about that last time, Coach. No, I don't like it. Why don't you buy CG? Well, let me see if I'm the wrong one. Let's see what Coach is asking me on SNDL. No, I think if you want to buy one, buy CGC or buy, you know what? This is the one I like because it's heavily owned by funds and they puked it up. And I think they want to have this thing on the back, GRWG. This used to be the best of breed, GRWG. This used to be a $70 stock. So I actually like this one, GRWG or CGC, more than SNDL. I mean, SNDL, you got to be really right there. It's not really my type of trade, but I didn't like it last time. I really don't like it now. I don't really like the marijuana stocks. I think they're bad laggards. You know what I mean? That's just my answer on that one, Coach. Label going higher. Yeah, market's making a nice move up again here off the lows. Where's the Nasdaq? IWM. This was the one that Helene said. IWM. It's got it still. It held the 200-day. We'd like to get back of the 50-day. Let's look. Thank you, Mike. You're welcome, Coach. Fizzler making a nice move. The stocks are making nice moves back here. ISIG still going higher. STGR, PATH, TSP, BLI. What moves in these stocks? Look at AI, Globe, STNE. I punted it. PAGS, I should have had it. PAGS might go. You know what? So let me get back to there's not really much movement happening now. Snap is up $4. I don't know how that happened. But you know what? When they make moves, they're violent. So if you're on the wrong side of them, you can always short them or buy them back. Don't let them get against you, because I'm going to tell you, the losers get a lot more painful for the winners. So with that being said, I'll let you go, and I'll brief everybody after lunch. And what else do we like? RUT is acting. Yeah, the RUT is acting well. The one to stick with is the IWM. So I'll sign off for everybody as of 11:15. Trade well. Thanks for your time. Have a plan, and we'll see you after lunch. Cheers.